I think Winston would be like a normal person with a 9 to 5 job, and wouldn't really do anything. I don't think he would do anything differently now because I don't think like our society today is that different. I think he would just kind of like maybe like vote more liberally or something, but I don't think he would like be a revolutionary at all.
I think Winston would be one of those guys that like lives in a shack like in the mountains, and they think that the world's like gonna end, and they think everything's a conspiracy theory. And you know, like that one guy in the movie 2012 where he lived in a shack, and then he had like a bunch of maps that like proved that the world was ending in 2012. That's where I think Winston would be. Like he'd be that crazy guy that no one believed. Okay.
In today's society, I think Winston would be like a protester, or he would be in the Peace Corps and try to make a world a better place, and try to like sort of like Malala, like try to be. And I definitely think that he would win a Nobel Prize because he would like make peace everywhere, like bring rights and like also women's rights and also freedom of speech and freedom of thought, which I think is crazy because you should think whatever you want to think, because no one's inside your head. So how can they tell what you're saying in your head if they're not in your brain?
I think there will be like robots and like floating stuff,
Kind of floating stuff.
like floating houses and cars.
Like an up.
Yes.
Tell me one.
Go.
How do you think the future is for us?
I think it's going to be horrible because technology is taking over. Everyone is on their phone all the time, and technology is only getting more advanced, and it's good for like medical purposes. But I think overall, we're going to have a horrible future. I think humans need to die out because we're ruining the world, and it's only getting worse. And all that pollution in the air and all that trash, we are just the reason. We are the problem, and that needs to be extinguished.
Well, hopefully I think we're going to be moving in a positive direction as wars become less and less common. We still have unfriendly relationships with countries like Iran and Russia. As technology also increases, I hope we can use that to improve the lives of people all over the world.
I feel in the future our society will be exactly like 1984.
I believe the future, if we don't have a major earthquake before any of us die, and Arizona doesn't become beachfront property, that obviously our future will probably be, well, right now we have a water shortage, so I'm sure that's going to increase as the population gets larger and larger. Just resources in general. On the negative side. On the positive side, hopefully we can learn that everybody can get along, you know, typical no wars, peace, love, happiness, and that's it.
He's in different controlling governments around the world where there's injustice and poverty.
I think he's in the walls because, like before, if Big Brother's watching us, where are we gonna be? He's in the walls because
Absolutely not. Not absolutely controlled. They need some partial control, some guidelines, which is what our whole country was based on originally, and not so controlling like a dictatorship. And of course, in the story, when they take over completely and Big Brother watches you, every move that you make, and you don't get to make any decisions whatsoever. Absolutely not. That doesn't work.
No, people don't need to be excessively controlled, because if you have too much control over someone, then they're gonna like rebel and they're not gonna be happy. So I think it's better if you don't have a lot of control over them. A dystopian society is like no rights, no freedom or anything. And then our society, we have lots of freedom, and we can pretty much do whatever we want. And in a dystopian society, you can't do that.
All right.
In our society.
They're more mean.
Okay.
No, because people are doing things against their will, and they're like run by someone, and they have to do things that they don't want to do.
Society.
I think that today's society also has like constant warfare and like a lot of people that are kind of afraid to like speak out against the government, and obviously we have like privacy invasions and stuff in our society today too. Yeah.